Hey guys, and welcome to the Akinon's YouTube channel. Previously, we studied about how to update data using the set state method. In this video, we're going to study two important concepts of JavaScript, that is destructuring, and the second one is ternary operators, that is commonly used in React.js. So let's get started. Firstly, what I've done is I have created a array of users that consists of an object having a name and age property. Currently, I've just created three users. Now, what we will do is we'll try to understand and demonstrate the ternary operators in JavaScript. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another component and under the src folder and name it as sign in .js. Now in the signin.js, I'm going to build a component called RAFCE. That's a shortcut that's present inside VS Code Studio. Let me show you the shortcut name. You're going to need to go into your extensions and you simply need to type React shortcuts, React JS shortcuts. And in that you need to download this one, simple React snippets, where you can just type RAFCE and it automatically creates a React component on the basis of the name of the file. So let me save this component. Now let's think of a real world scenario when we're building an application where we need to authenticate users using a sign in method. So if a user is authenticated, he can directly see the list of users. But if he is not authenticated, then we need to display the sign in component to the user. So let's see how to do this using ternary operators. So firstly, since we need to check there is a user present and is he authenticated or not, we need to create a method. Let's say is signed in. Let's create a simple variable for the timing. Is signed in is equal to false, and all this I'm building inside the app.js file. So currently is signed in is false, and now to create the ternary operators we obviously need to place it inside the curly braces, and in that we can start typing a condition. So the condition would be that is signed in, and now we'll place a question mark and a colon. Now what needs to be placed between this question mark and colon is now to be understood. So what we're going to check is we're going to check a condition let is signed. So as you can see, it's saying let is signed is equal to false. So if the user is signed in, then question mark the first condition. But in case the user is not signed in, then after the semicolon, whatever condition is present, that will get executed. So now if the user is signed in, obviously we will directly show him the component that is the user tile. So let me just quickly copy one user tile component from here and place it here. So if the user signed in, we will show him the user tile, else we will show the sign in component. And so let me just type that sign in here. And as you can see, as soon as I click on the sign in option and press enter, it automatically gets imported. Sign in, import sign in from sign in. Save this. And now let's check what happens really on our website. So here you can just see this sign in option showing us, and this input data is again present because it is on top right over here. So let's comment this for the timing so that we can understand what's really happening. So if I save this, now it's saying sign in, and that is because is signed in is false, means the user is not authenticated. But if let's say the user is authenticated, so I will change this condition from false to true, save it right over here, and now it should display this component for me because the user is signed in is a true method. So as you can see, it works perfectly and it's showing me the name Alice and age 25. But now let's say we are trying to display many users on application. It's not really feasible that we keep on adding each and every user's name and age and keep on creating user tiles manually. That's not the best option and it's programmatically not even possible. So for that, we're going to make use of the destructuring method in arrays. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the user is signed in, and now I will place another curly braces, and now I will use the map function. So there is a map function in an array which I'm going to explain you now. So I'm going to take this users array, which I created on top, and paste it here. And with the map function, we can create a task for each and every item in the array to be performed. Okay, so you can see here the map method calls back a function on each and every item in the array, the same thing what I explained. So inside the map function, we need to obviously specify the two arguments. One is the element. So element is going to be each item in the array, that is our objects, and the index. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm going to specify that I'm taking the index also. I'll tell you the reason why. And now I'm going to simply use the arrow function, and here I am going to, now since I've taken users dot map, I have to return something. I have to return always some data inside the map function. So I'll return now my user tile. So return user tile, and inside this user tile, all what I can do is I can return again. Now I'm taking two items as, or two attribute calls. One is name and the other one is age. So inside name I will put element, that is the element dot name. I'm accessing the objects dot name property using element dot name. And for age I'm going to do the same thing, element dot age. Okay, so as you can see here, there is some error showing. So let's try to figure out what it exactly is. Okay, it's a very silly mistake. I do not need to specify the curly braces, as I already specified it outside. And now let me just save the file. And if you head back to the website, as you can see, it's now displaying each and every data inside the array object on my window using the map function. So now with the help of the map function, irrespective of how much of a data that we have, we can map them and display them on our window using the components. Isn't that pretty useful? So basically, we learned the ternary operators and the map function in JavaScript that will be made use in each and every project from now when you're working in React. It's very important to know how it works and how it's used, because common real world projects make use of these concepts. So if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Hackinon's YouTube channel for more fun and exciting videos.